Finished yesterday. I hope if you heard it, if you haven't, you can still go back and look at it. Talking about Judas and Peter, both made colossal mistakes, colossal failures. Judas never recovered, ended up the greatest traitor of all time. Peter found God's grace and forgiveness, although he failed, and ended up becoming one of the greatest Christian leaders of all time. So how about you? Have you made mistakes? Big ones? Failed many times. What will you do from that place? Are you going to be like Judas, drift away in despair and defeat? Or will you be like Peter, receive God's grace and forgiveness, and go on to be all God has called you to be, to do exploits for him? You will experience failure. You will experience mistakes. I have. But if you keep moving forward, there will be resurrections. The overwhelming teaching of Scripture is that with God, death and defeat is not the end. It's followed by resurrection. No matter how far you fall, how great the mistake or failure, God can work a great resurrection for you. Out of the ashes of defeat, you can rise to victory. Abraham lied more than once. Moses killed, lost his temper. David committed adultery, murder, all the rest of it. Paul persecuted Christians. Rahab was a prostitute and ended up in the genealogy of Jesus. Your life is more about your future than your past. I've said it before, I'll say it again. God is more powerful than your history. Some of us need to hear that a lot. God is more powerful than your history or your past. And God won't hold you at a distance because of your mistakes. He always, forever stands with arms open wide to forgive, to redeem, to restore, to renew. Here's a quote for you. Thomas Edison. I haven't failed. I just found 1,000 ways that don't work. The man who invented the light bulb after 1,000 attempts. In the movie Chariots of Fire, the English runner Harold Adams runs against Scottish champion Eric Liddell and loses for the first time in his life. The pain of failure is so great, he decides he cannot race again. Interesting story. His girlfriend Sybil argues, saying, "This is ridiculous." Harold says, "I lost." She says, "Well, if you can't take a beating, perhaps that's the best." Harold replies, "I don't run to take beatings. I run to win." He shouts, "If I can't win, I won't run." Sybil, his wife, his girlfriend, is pretty wise. She says, "If you don't run, you can't win." Wow. If you don't run, you can't win. If you don't get out of your comfort zone, you can't experience the extra. If you don't try something that you don't want to try, you don't have the courage to try it, you're never going to experience what you could possibly experience. If you don't run, you can't win. In order to run and win, that's great. To run and win is great. To run and lose, that's painful, but it's not failure. Failure is refusing to run at all. Don't be that person. You might say, "Well, I've never taken a risk and failed." Yes, you have. You failed by not taking a risk. You failed by not getting out of your comfort zone. When you do make a mistake, fail, you may need to dig deep into God and develop a greater trust with Him and a closer walk. But hey, that's the greatest growth of all. Romans 8:28. You know it well, I hope. We know all things work together for good, for those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. God will work our failure for good. It's time to step out of our comfort zones and to step in to the great future God has for you and He has for me. Come on, take that step, move out of your comfort zone and watch what God will do.